Hello everybody and welcome to another special vlog by MultiJames75. And before we proceed, please click the like and the subscribe button and follow me on my social media accounts. So guys, why do we have a special vlog today? We are commemorating the retirement of the 747 aircraft of British Airways. And of course, this really touched me and I'm kind of sad that this happened. But you know, there are times that things need to go in order to improve efficiency. And of course, in this vlog, we will be talking about our memories with the 747 of British Airways. But let us state also why British Airways retired their 747s today. The coronavirus 19 pandemic has afflicted and affected a lot of industries and has caused a massive catastrophe in today's world. One of the catastrophes is the decline in air travel. But of course, as we talk about the retirement, let us also share our memories with BA 747. Let me share mine too with you. Ready to listen to my story? Here we go. It is the year 2012. That is the exact year I finished basic education and graduated high school in Philippine Schools Sultanate of Oman, a well-known educational institution in the Sultanate that I called as my educational home for about 12 years, studying there from kindergarten until the end of high school. And just like any high school graduate, I was looking forward to college life, or which British people call it as the university life. At the same time, I was looking forward to a good summer vacation with my relatives in the United States. So when we booked our tickets for the US, we found out that the cheapest connection was through Heathrow and it would be a British Airways flight. We decided to take British Airways because they offered cheap connections between the US and the Middle East, same as back in 2011. However, this would be different. In 2011, we used British Airways only from Muscat to Heathrow. The Heathrow-LAX leg was an American Airlines flight which I dreaded much because of their 252 configuration. Well, it was May 3, 2012. We checked in for our British Airways flight from Muscat to Los Angeles via Heathrow. Our ticket said that we would be taking 777s on both legs. However, we found out that our LHR to LAX leg of the trip will be using a Boeing 747-400, which I was surprised, especially I've never flown a 747 before. So once we boarded, I asked for a tour of the 747 once we land in LA. And the flight crew agreed to that we land in LA, I take a tour of the plane. I enjoyed this flight because they have a lot of things to offer and I spent most of my time listening to music or watching movies on my smartphone, which I synced from my laptop. And of course, there was really good food. I took the pasta, my parents took a different dish. So once we landed in Los Angeles International Airport, I was ready to be given a tour of the 747 since I told them it was my first time to fly this type of aircraft. So I took pictures of the plane, like the staircase, and once I was given a tour of the upper deck, I was first inspected to make sure I was clean and I had no contraband on. So they cleared me and I took a look at the business class seats on the upper deck along with my parents, and then the captain, whose name was George, offered to take me to the flight deck and I happily obliged for that. So I took 3 pictures in the cockpit and I found it amusing, and the controls. The flight crew said that the 747 is a computer type aircraft, which means there would be no need of a flight engineer. The first officer said that British Airways is the largest operator of the 747 since they have 52 examples in service. They asked me where I came from and I told them about Oman. One of them said that they had visited Oman before and flown to Oman, and They said it was a great place. And once we were talking about Oman as well as the cultures, especially our place in the US, my parents looked at their watches and told me that we have to end the tour early because the CBP officers might suspect us of breaching security. And so will the LAPD in LAX. The crew agreed to it and they told me to end the tour, especially they don't want me to be suspected of such thing. So I shook their hands and bade them goodbye, and then we rushed out of the plane to get to the immigration hall, wherein we found out that this trip would be far from over because even though the CBP will question us as a family, I'll be questioned for the first time as an adult. And it was two CBP officers who questioned us. One was a Filipino named Ricardo Paite, and for my separate questioning was a white Latina officer named Ruiz. No problems were encountered, although they asked me about Oman and the traditions as well as the national security and airport security and what do they have in Oman and how is it deemed as a free country. So I gave satisfactory answers and then I was cleared for entry to the United States. So I shook hands with the officers and thanked them and told my parents that we should eat at the Encounter restaurant, which was located in the theme building of LAX. However, my Aunt Ellie, who was my mom's sister, who was waiting for us at the arrivals hall, told us that we had to change plans and we would rather eat in the buffet. I told her that it would be so bad to eat in the buffet because we arranged for the theme building, but she told me like with the buffet's lower price you can eat everything you want. You can have a sandwich there, while the theme building's restaurant was kind of expensive. So we decided to accept that the battle was lost and we looked forward to a buffet that was only a few meters away from LAX. Sure enough, there was good food. It was a Chinese, Japanese, Korean, American buffet. You've got Western food there, you've got Asian food there, and a lot of stuff to eat. And sure enough, it was true. The buffet was better than the Encounter restaurant. A low price, you can eat everything. And so, how did you like the story? Well, I'd love to hear your opinions. Type it down in the comments. And also, please share your story and your happy memories with the British Airways 747-400. And by the way, here is our model of the 747 that we took on our flight on May 3, 2012. It was a British Airways aircraft with the registration GBYGF, and this is possibly the aircraft that we used to fly to LA. It's nice, right? And this is of course a commemoration of that visit, which I'm very happy to have. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to this vlog. Stay tuned for more great vlogs and storytelling. I'll see you again, and please don't forget to click the like and the subscribe button as well as the notification button. See you again, and thank you for visiting Multi James 95.